And then all that combining with the fact that I am moving shortly to the state of Washington in mid-June. And it all kind of hit at once, a unique combination of it's hot, I can't sleep because my sleep schedule's off, and all these kind of thoughts flooding into my head last night. You can even just see how random I was on Twitter in the middle of the morning, overwhelmed with different ideas and things going on. Okay, this is it, guys. This is the end of the line when it comes to my story and my life here in the state of Connecticut. And it's good because I'm moving on to a bigger and I hopefully better chapter of my life. A part of my life that I'm hoping will be a more adult-oriented, more serious. There's going to be more, more responsibilities. And, some ideas kind of hit me that some think are silly and some actually thought was a great idea of like, gee, over the years, people have always said, Phil, you have a unique singing voice. Some people making fun saying it's awful. Other people saying that at times it does actually sound good. And thinking, gee, would people actually want to hear me sing stuff? Maybe I do a stream of a couple hours one day where I'm dicking around, where people ask me to sing stuff, and I sing it. Or maybe I even sing some of my own, my favorite songs that I've learned over my life, right? And of course, you always get the people, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it. It's stupid. And then you got a bunch of people saying, wow, that would be a great idea. It's unique. It's something cool, a one-time thing if you were to do it. That's a good idea. So, you always got the people who can understand creativity, and then you got the people who are just play games. Okay. That's really what's held me back my whole life, is I've always had this, well, I would like to do this, but I can't because I can't afford it. I would love to do this, but I can't because I have a ton of credit card debt, and I can't get the loan that I need to do it. I can't do this, I can't do that. And my whole life I want to do stuff, and I'm being told, no, 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 no. And finally, after all the years that I've been here on YouTube and Twitch TV, all the hard work, all the dedication that I put into what I've been doing, finally it's come to fruition, and I'm able to go where I want, to start what I feel like. I'll be honest, I'm 32 years old, and I feel like I'm finally starting my real adult life come this June. And it's hilarious because a lot of people love to criticize me and love to say that this is the wrong move. Phil, I don't understand. Phil is a YouTuber. His income is inconsistent. It could all go away tomorrow, and he's moving, and he keeps saying that he's going to spend a lot of money making this move. Why would he do that? And it's like, first of all, I love people who love to get into other people's business, because it obviously means that you're not busy enough with your own business and your own life that you got to pry into other people's shit. And they love to turn shit into TMZ, right? Everything's always about TMZ. I got to be in other people's business and be a drama queen. I'm not a drama queen. I hate drama. I do. I actually detest it. Yet, more often than not, I end up finding myself involved in it because other people pull me in and I get tricked into it. And that's why I'm not going to be specifically mentioning any people or anything. But the bottom line is that people don't know my situation. They speculate and they think these silly things that are completely and utterly untrue, all right? So, for example, some people are saying, well, Phil's views have declined. So, what is he doing moving to a place that is going to be expensive, emptying out his savings, supposedly, furnishing a new house when his views have declined? Listen, the bottom line is, I've said since I started on YouTube, back in 2010, when all of a sudden I became like the guy for playthroughs on YouTube, that it was a wave of popularity. Darkside Phil was the hot thing on YouTube, and then at some point, it ended around, I'd say 2012, the wave of popularity finally ended. And even though, oh no, I'm not getting a ridiculous shit ton of views on everything I do anymore, I'm still getting enough views to make a good living doing what I'm doing. And that's all anyone needs to know. So, for these people to be saying these ridiculous judgments, oh, he can't afford this, he can't do that, and people, oh, it's inconsistent. How could Phil make this big life choice and move across the country? He's not one of these big YouTubers who's making millions of dollars, so how could he make such a judgment? Listen, you say that my income isn't consistent, okay? I've made this income since mid-2011, so for 3 solid years, I've made good income based off of what I've done, okay? How is that less consistent and less dependable? And that's the bottom line, is that people who think that an office job or a 9-to-5 job or, a job where you punch a clock, that those are consistent jobs, you're wrong. That's not the nature of the job market, at least in the United States. I have absolutely no clue how anything works anywhere else in the country. I'm sorry, anywhere else in the world, because I've never worked in those places. The bottom line is that it is not consistent. You are not guaranteed a job. When you actually go to work in 99% of the places in the United States of America, unless you work for a union, it's called at-will employment. So for people to criticize me and say that my way of living is inconsistent, it's not steady, you know what? You're right. But guess what? No jobs are. I don't care if you're a construction worker. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if you're a checkout guy at the local supermarket. I don't care if you're a bus driver. I don't care what job you have. It's not consistent. Overnight, it could go away. So to be self-employed and to be my own boss and to venture into things, the thing is, okay, so, all right, give it another year or two, the YouTube thing's dying out. I could always go get a job. I could go get a 9-to-5 job and still do the YouTube thing on the side as a supplemental income. Don't think I haven't thought about this stuff. The thing is, there's no jobs in Connecticut. And this is what people don't seem to understand. Oh, Phil's moving. It's so expensive. Well, listen, why do you think I'm moving to Washington State? Do you think I'm stupid? Washington State is a hotbed for internet and technological related business. Microsoft, Nintendo. Fuck you, Nintendo. That's the situation here in Connecticut. All business is leaving Connecticut. It's a joke. The government here has no idea how to run anything. They're terrible at their jobs. I need to get out of here. So when people criticize me and say, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing," and you know, I'm wasting my money, I'm dipping into my savings, it's called people talking out of their ass. Because number one, obviously, as I said, they don't have enough going on in their own life that's what they need to be focused on. That they need to spend time talking about me and my move. And number two, because they're drama queens who like to try to stir shit up to get attention. I know exactly what I'm doing this week that I know is going to be popular. But up to now, April and May have been slow. And, you know, it's honest. It's the games. The games sucked or there was nothing coming out. Of course, I need your help. If you ever have considered becoming a paid subscriber on Twitch TV, now is the time. I could definitely use the help. I could use the support, you know, rather than having to worry about fluctuating stupid ad revenue on Twitch, which basically doesn't even work half the time. You know, to have people who consistently are helping me out on a monthly basis by being a paid subscriber, that's a lot more dependable than, say, the stupid fluctuating ad revenue, right? I'm doing my best, but it is what it is. It's just a different kind of nature of the business versus a business with doors that I can open 9 to 5 and I can have people running the store for me. I run my own business. I don't have someone who can cover for me when something comes up or there's some extenuating circumstance. It's funny because yesterday I saw a tweet on Twitter that really, really made me feel good, quite honestly. And the tweet was someone who I never heard from before. They were a newcomer and they said, "I just got turned on to Darkside Phil after watching his Mega Man X playthrough from a couple years back. Then I started checking out his current stuff, and it's all great. Why does everyone hate this guy? This is ridiculous." And I responded to that guy, and I said, "Listen, man, just because you made that tweet, you're going to be bombarded with a bunch of hate tweets because there's such losers who sit on Twitter and just look for people to tweet my name to attack them. So here's what the approach you got to take. Ignore all that white noise bullshit. Just sit down and watch a few of my videos. It's the people who listen to the white noise, who have the wool pulled over their eyes. Those are the people that get caught up in the drama queen bullshit, right? And those are the people who are like, oh, I can't put up with this. And then they, you know, that's what happens.